No.
Just showing us a rash quickly before we start the vlog.
That's not what it looks like now. It's like my skin's like.
It looks like an octopus suction
That
onto
does,
your legs.
like, literally.
What?
How'd you get that?
A jet ski.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was like,
Literally.
how are they even related accidents? Okay, well now that we've seen Bella's ass and her octopus rash on her leg.
I thought it was worms.
Like that too, ringworms.
Yeah, they're not though, don't worry. Don't worry, I'm
She
not
doesn't
disgusting.
have ringworms. Okay. Hi guys, hello party pals.
Hello.
Hello.
Something a bit different for you this week. We accidentally filmed last week's vlog on slow-mo.
Awkward.
Okay.
Did you do it? I didn't do it.
Well, you started it because she worked with me on Saturday and I was like, you're vlog crew today. And then, so she had it set on that setting and then you would have just turned it on and started vlogging away.
Yeah,
and then I checked a random video on, like, I was looking for a picture or something I know we'd taken on the camera on Sunday night. And I checked one video and I was like, you've got to be shitting me. And then I was like, nah, surely not. And flicked back through probably 12 videos. There's like 740 clips on the camera at the moment. Flicked back through 12 of just that Sunday. Every one of them in slow-mo. Flicked back through our whole day. Every one of them in slow-mo. So I was like, is this footage even usable? And I was like, unless we want to look like model, like walking around for freaking 5 hours on slow-mo, no. So new plan.
It could have been when Brooke was away in Thailand.
Bro, not a single one of my clips is on slow-mo. Not a single.
Definitely would have been.
Not a single one.
I'll take the full.
Yeah.
I'll take the full.
Yeah, okay, good girl. Thank you very much. Okay, enough about that. This week's vlog, we are going to do a Q&A because we realised that we haven't even really actually sat down and introduced ourselves at all. I'm just kind of threw these guys on a story one day and I was like, hey, they work for me. So that's me. I'm Brooke. I'm the Brooke in the Brookes party hire.
And we're just her minions.
And these are my balloon apprentices. Well, really event stylists in training. So this is Bella and this is Georgia.
Hi.
If you haven't met them as of yet, if this is the first time you're tuning in to watch something of ours. What we're going to do today is answer some questions that were sent in on our Instagram. We might also freestyle it a bit and just answer some stuff and just chat with you guys as we go. So, y'all single?
Y'all single.
Okay, drum roll ready.
Y'all single laughing face. Now, I have done this anonymously so the girls can't see who sent in these questions because I didn't want to make it awkward for anyone.
Hey, who said it?
Who said I can't even see because they're literally blacked out.
Yeah, they're fully blacked out.
They can't see, guys.
You guys
Sorry. So it's a guessing game. To answer the question.
No.
Single. Okay. Love, live, laugh, love that. And I am most certainly not. I have been married for coming up on 4 years this year. And I've been with my partner since I was 17. So, yes. Actually, this will lead into the next question. So I've been with my partner since I'm 17 and I'm now 31 going on 32. And Georgia is
17 going on 18.
18 going on 19.
very good. So I'm basically old enough to be their mum. If I want
She literally is. She's our work mum.
If I was a little, player back in the day, then these girls could be my daughters, but they're most certainly not. It kind of leads into another question as well that I got asked was, how do I know you guys? Like, are we related? Is this a family business? Do we look alike?
Do we?
Charlie, like maybe like cousins, or because of our age.
I feel like you two would be cousins. I would be like a long lost step. Like
like stepsister, like stepsisters.
Okay, guys, I'm going to
Cinderella over here.
Hi.
So, do you guys want to answer that one?
Well,
How do I know
did we do the same? Are we the same?
Yeah, I think so.
Like,
yeah,
her mum colours our hair.
Look at it.
So when I was at my wit's end ready to pull my hair out because there just wasn't enough hours in the week, I had a small mental breakdown to my mother and said, do you know anyone that you would recommend to come work with me? And at that point we took on...
I remember walking in to your mum's salon. She goes, you, and I'm like, she goes, you'd be perfect for my daughter. And I was like, I'm not lesbian.
What? I don't swing that way.
But I don't swing that way, but yeah. Now here we are.
I am looking for a job though.
Yeah.
So it worked out perfectly and I was sort of only looking for someone on the weekends and you were still in school, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you're finishing up your last year.
Yeah, I was just after I turned 18.
Yep, so we had schoolies and graduation and all the fun things on the weekends.
Didn't go to schoolies.
No, you didn't actually. she come and worked with me instead of schoolie, so that's
really
how
good FOMO.
literally all I heard about that shift was every one of our friends on schoolies.
I was like, someone throw his phone out the cupboard right now.
So Bells, you started with me when? When was that?
Probably like August or maybe
August last year. So
Yeah,
you're coming up. Yeah, with coming up close to 12 months.
Mm.
Along came
Georgia.
Yeah, hi everyone.
We made another phone call to Mummy Bear.
Yeah, Mum like texted me and she was like, so Michelle's daughter wants you to work with her, and I was like, done. I'm quitting my other job. I'm here.
RM.
Here I am.
So my mum's got 10 out of 10 success rate for employee referrals at this point, so I'll only be hiring through her clientele.
Yes.
No, yeah,
you're
if
not
you're
getting
looking
in.
to get a job with me, you
You
have
have
to
to-
first start getting your hair done by Shell Styles.
Yeah.
You have to put the money in to make
And
the
you've
money.
got to grind. You've got to grind with my mum. She's like my vetting candidate. And this was obviously like my concern is, you know, I complete transparency. I was like, 17 and 18. What do we think about this, Mum? Like, are they going to be wanting to work every weekend, not going out and partying? Because like,
Well, I need the money to go out and party. So
and so that's what I realised. I actually fund their social lives, which is cool.
No,
So
but-
that, to wrap that story up, is how these girls both started working for me and how I know them. I had met you guys before in like the salon and that sort of thing, but like, and then just look at us now. We're like best of
Three peas in a
literally
pod.
are.
3 peas.
We're
in a pod.
Charlie's we're Brookes Angels.
Brookes Angels.
That would make me the head angel. Stop it.
You are though, what do you mean?
Stop it with my glowing angel.
Yeah, seriously.
Logo.
Light spotlight right
Guys,
on
this
you.
was thrown up this afternoon like an hour self. It looks like shit, okay? I don't want to hear it.
I think it'll look bad from there.
No, from that angle, it looks great. From my angle, I can see every bit of dust on my wall, but it's fine. Hey, stop staring at my dust.
Sorry, well, I think I was trying to look for the dust. Like, wait.
One of the questions that got sent in was, what is your favourite style at the moment? So I thought I would let you girls answer that first, and then...
Like, style of what? I was like, doing
What's your favourite style at the moment, bro?
Yeah.
Like, style, do you know what I mean? So, like...
I want to answer first.
Okay.
Okay, so I really like at the moment, like the white pastel kind of creamy kind of looks.
So you like a neutral vibe?
Yeah, but I am a neutral girl.
Okay.
That's what I love at the moment.
I'll answer mine in a minute, but do you have a style that you're sort of vibing at the
I'm
moment?
still-
We're having your birthday party soon, girlfriend. Birthday party from us. What would you be having for your backdrop?
Well, I like the matte, like navy blues and like pinks and stuff. And
So
I
you
like
like
the
a
shimmer wall.
monochrome?
I like the shimmer wall a lot.
Wait, can I pull
It
the
gives
photo?
disco.
Yes.
See, I
A
also...
reference.
Let me find one. Things like that, like it just like melts my heart.
Yeah.
I get that sent to me so
Yeah.
often.
Absolutely amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it.
I like that too, and it's actually funny because at the start I was getting so many neutral inquiries because I think just like anything, a trend is a trend and it will come and go. And it's like
Yeah.
it's like skinny. I was just about to say it's the
Yeah.
skinny jeans.
Skinny
okay?
jeans.
Mm.
Please don't ever bring them back. I swear.
I hate both.
I'd cry.
I hate both.
Do you wear skinny jeans?
I have 3 feather skinny jeans in my closet right
Do you
now.
wear them?
Yes, with boots.
Guys, we need to have an intervention.
That's when I went to the wide leg, okay, and they're coming back. Okay, so I don't hear you. Alex Earl
Skinny
has
jeans.
Alex Earl has skinny jeans. Yes. Yes.
I don't care what Alex Earl has.
That makes you feel a bit violent. I can't lie. PTSD.
Party trends are like skinny jeans, okay? They come and they go, and some people will love them forever, and I will never hate on you for being the skinny jeans girl, okay? So if you love something from 2016, you want to have that as your party styling, I will do it for you, okay? But to answer the question, what are my favourite trends at the moment? Angular and monochrome. I know, you're like, what? So like that job that we just did for Merce, where I did the welcome sign, and
Oh, I love that.
it was
that
like
literally,
a combination of soft, but also like harsh. Do you know what I mean? Like I want to see lines in my setup. I want to see like straight angular lines, like clean, really like pristine. Like for example, our square plinths. Like I'm frothing our square plinths over
Yeah,
our round
so,
plinths at the moment.
I love that new one.
pretty, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've just ordered sneak preview. Actually, will I show you guys?
Yes.
We are. So I've kept in with the arch style, but like a more dramatic, elevated arch. Now, picture these. These are all going to be professionally painted in a clean white colour, and then we can obviously style them with florals, drapery to bring in any coloured elements, but we
that
won't
with
be
like a
painting
light
these.
pink would be so
Yeah,
pretty, like drapery.
yeah.
Oh, I know, love it.
I'm obsessed.
Oh my god.
See how it's used?
I am
You
obsessed.
know,
It looks like the balloons are literally coming out of it.
I
Yeah.
know, amazing. That's why I really wanted that. So that's a 3D one. Ours is a 5D stepped arch. So it has 5 inward steps. And
That's
I'm
gonna be
picturing
heavy.
like Italian. Yeah.
Sorry, that is going to be heavy.
The reality of being an event planner is knowing how much shit weighs.
Obsessed.
As well as, lucky last, I can't show you guys this one because, I'll show you guys, you two, but I can't show you the vlog because it's currently on a client's backdrop install. So we're doing drapery backdrops in red, pink, black, blue, white.
Pink as in baby pink?
Dude!
Is
Just
this
my
for the
fave
engagement you
colour.
were just saying?
Yep, I was just sending it to her last night. This is me doing mock-ups at 2 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Notice the bottom? Yes, yeah, you will
How are
be.
you doing that? Where's that going?
What is
No,
that?
not the that's decals.
Yeah.
Same. But
What is that? White? What's that?
what is that? It's a big 3D stage, isn't it? Big, like,
What is that?
3 meters.
Yeah, that'll take all of us. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I
Little
mean.
one.
That's a good makeup.
Yeah.
Correct. And when we've got larger installs like this is where coordination and actually, it's all well and good to see a Pinterest picture, guys, and be like, I want that. But then there's the reality of actually bringing that vision to life. And a lot of the time, you know, I get sent these crazy Instagram photos and like Pinterest photos
And you're like, babe, I'm not going to be able to do that.
of these huge like American designers, and I follow them obviously for inspiration, and I'm obsessed with their work. I'm also like, that would be amazing, but that's probably going to cost $15,000. And that's just a reality, and I personally think that we're not far off actually being able to deliver events of that scale, because the thing is, like, I'm not stupid enough to think that the 3 of us girls can do everything. Like, we work with a lot of other vendors and we work in with venues and that sort of thing to bring these visions to life. It might not necessarily be something that we carry in our own personal higher stock range, but it's absolutely something that if I think there's a demand there for, I will invest in. Or alternately, I will look to work with you to on-hire that and sort of package the whole thing in. Because the thing is, when you're working with an event coordinator and you've got, say, for example, like a wedding, right? I definitely don't, for, you know, a huge multiple 100 guest vendor wedding that you needed to bring in everything for. I would not have all the equipment myself personally. But if you had to have, say, 10 to 15 vendors and you were coordinating, you know, you want a bargain shopper and you want to shop around and you want to get chairs from one place and florals from another place and lighting from another place and signage and da-da-da-da. And that is the reality, because there are experts in all of those things individually, and I'm not discrediting their craft. They are amazing at what they do. But the reality is they all have their own service fees. So every one of those businesses has labor costs, has delivery costs, has shipping costs, you know, all of these GST, all of these things that you need to factor in when you're budgeting for an event of that sort of scale. You know, when we're talking about, but even on a kids' party, you know, it's the cake, it's the cookies, it's the, you know, the bigger jumping castle that we might not carry in our range or whatever it is, you know. Always the other things. And when I'm talking about a budget with a client, I'm so realistic in saying, like, what are we talking about full scale here? Because if there is stuff that I cannot provide, then I'm also trying to factor that in for you. Cool. Next question. Any tips for newbies starting out in this? Okay, why don't you guys answer this as like employees? Any tips that you would give to a new trainee starting in this industry? You know, what were you surprised by when you first started here that you were like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting that? And like,
How long the days are.
And all the heavy things.
But you
Like,
gotta realise, don't be afraid to ask for help.
I was about to say that, like, you need to
Because-
ask or else you're gonna get shit wrong and then...
Yeah, because like, I remember my first day, I was like, I just asked so many questions because I was like,
Which is
I
great,
don't want
I
to get
love
it wrong, because if I get it wrong, then you have to redo everything.
Yeah.
You want to make
And
sure you were doing it all correct. Like,
I'd rather it take you guys longer every day of the week and you get it right the first time, or there be a minor modification, then we get to the end and be like, oh, shit. And then your answer, heavy.
Or like, because you look at things and you're like, oh, that's like so chill, and you lift it and it's like so heavy.
Oh my god, so they're both jacked bodybuilders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The parts that you don't expect of this job is like, shit do be heavy.
You get so tired.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
It's tiring.
especially for Brooke, because she's like, if it's a Saturday, she has to prep for the next day for Sunday, and I don't know if she does it.
Yeah, there's so much that goes into it behind the scenes, and that would definitely be my answer. Is like, when I started this business, I was like, yeah, cool, you've got to buy the stuff and then make the stuff and then install it, but then you don't think about like, you've got to quote the stuff, you've got to check that stock's available. Oh my god, I'm not even going to list like the 1,000 steps, but
She
the
does a
admin,
lot
the
behind
invoicing, the
Yeah,
website,
dude.
the photography, the social media, the emailing clients, the diary management, the meetings with clients, the venue walkthroughs, the venue coordination. That's just
I don't
a
ever wanna
mini
do
list
this
of
on
the
my own.
admin.
Yeah,
I'm not
no
even going to
way.
talk about
I
the
could never do
cleaning. Like my
Yeah.
house is just chaos, man. So
It's
when
actually not
when
bad.
and the storage, like part and parcel of when you set up a party hire business is like, I guess, like me when I started. I started this business with one square metal frame that I bought on Amazon and that week's balloon order. And I was like, I'm just going to do it. It was for my best friend. So, you know, it was a love job.
Now look where she is.
It was a love job. Sorry guys, I'm going to cut you for a second because my husband's about to walk in and... Okay, we're going to take a quick intermission because our pizza is here, so we'll come back with some pizza. See you in a
Hungry
minute.
galleys, bye.
Okay. Pizza break is
Recording
over.
live. Yeah, that was good, thank you.
Recording
No
live.
worries. What was your pizza order?
Pepperoni. I'm a
Yeah,
basic.
barbecue meat lovers.
Mine was Hawaiian with a cheese crust.
I don't like the cheese crust.
Oh,
I
really?
like
Yummy.
cheese too much.
I just...
Something wrong with you.
This is a book.
It was you have to tell us your worst setup story.
We don't have one. Actually, the only time it would be was when we were doing a setup and she literally passed out, vomited, shit herself. And I don't like vomit, so I was
dude,
like,
it was everything out
actually
everywhere.
Okay, you needed to put a breath in between that sentence. I almost passed out and vomited, comma,
shit myself.
Bella shit herself.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm like...
No, I shit myself.
I'll
so
just
I vomit.
clarify on camera that I did not shit myself
It's
at a
'cause
client setup.
I mean,
okay?
like,
I vomited.
I got scared
Because you took a big shit that day. I remember you saying, that's your shit, and I got it was coming out everywhere.
sick.
I am going to beep out so much of this section. It's not funny.
So I was like still new, so I don't want to say anything else.
You
It's
were
quiet
so
the whole time.
new. You were so new, and Bella was like, "Bro, you're not yourself." And I was like, "Because I got fucking heat stroke, and I just nearly passed out in the customer's fucking toilet." Okay, that wasn't even the worst setup story. That might be your experience, but I'll take you back to a time before both of you started.
Fully going into detail.
Before you give you the receipts. Now, I'm going to preface this with saying this had absolutely nothing to do with the client. She is a queen, and it was her 21st birthday. She didn't know anything about this, so she booked it. All good, no issues there whatsoever. We had a vision, so it was like a double arch panel, beautiful big balloon garland, neutral vibing with gold features, right? Cute. Loved it. The venue is in South Brisbane. It's called South Beach. I don't know if you guys have ever been there, but it's literally right on, you know where the pool is at South Bank, like the outdoor pool?
Yeah.
It's literally right there, okay?
From the stage.
Okay. So, picture the parking situation.
There is
You
none.
need a train.
Yeah.
Correct.
Or a ferry.
There's not really any parking there. The closest is about, I want to say 500-600 meters away on a street, right? And I was like, there was no parks there, but at this point I'd been cruising around doing this for like 5-6 months. I was sort of like loading zone.
She's not with it. She's not with the guy.
Loading bay zone bandit is what I was trying to say. Which means basically I was just pulling up wherever I fucking needed to unload the shit. Alright, I'd gotten to the point at the start of the business, I was like, oh my god, I'll pull up 2 k's away and I'll walk it all there and it'll take me 2 hours. No. 6 months in, I was like, I've got an event booked at this venue and I'll be parking as close as physically possible. Okay, thank you very much. So I pulled up in the van on my own, The venue, I was only allowed like a 45-minute bump in time. Bump in means like how long we get as event planners to set up when it's at a venue. If it's at a private house, you know, we work it out. But at a venue, usually there'll be an event finishing beforehand, and then we get so long to come in and set it up. And my God, some bump in times are 15 minutes. I couldn't park anywhere near the venue. So I ended up being like 600 meters away. And at this point I had no trolleys. Lumberjacking everything just on my back like a big dog. And so you're looking at what's in this picture, right? A dried floral arrangement, 3.5 meters worth of balloons, 2 arch panel backdrops, an XL cake plinth, and I also, that you don't see pictured in here, part of the error in the story, is an extra large neon that was also supposed to go on the main backdrop, which would say happy birthday. Now, I get to this venue. I discover the parking situation with my 45-minute bump in time, mind you. I always get there a little bit early. I think I got there maybe like 15 minutes early because I was like, I'm just going to unload this and, you know, get it close to the door or whatever, and then I can just, boom, throw it up. No, not quite the case when you have to do 600-meter walks back and forth with, I'm going to say 6 trips. I think it was 6 trips when you go back and forth. The fix-it box. All the things.
The old fix-it box. The old shitty fix-it box.
The old fix-it box.
I wanted to be there for your reaction of the new fix-it box.
I love it.
It's
It's
so
too
good.
heavy though, I can't lift it.
The old fix-it box, for what these two are like losing their minds about,
It's a broken.
was a broken plastic tub that used to have pretty much just all the random shit.
Because it was too
So
full.
much stuff in there. All the shit that we used to use all the time. So like freaking tent pegs, 260s, balloon gloss, fishing line, scissors, tape, just anything that like I didn't want to find a home for. I was like, just chuck it in the fixer box, it'll be right. And it was
So
sort of the girls.
unorganized. So unorganized. And then trying to clean it, just everything was tangled and like.
I remember I cleaned it one time. Well, I was a messy the next
It
second.
was the
There
girls'
was no
job
point.
to like provide some organisation in the chaos, because I was like, I can't fucking deal with this fixer box.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
And then like
so
when you would
bad.
ask for like things, I'd be like, I don't know. Like I can't tell.
So,
You literally
okay,
pull
before we get too
everything
far
out.
off, we can go back to the fix-it box. So
Sorry.
obviously, we have a new fix-it box. They love it so much.
It's a 3-layer. 3-layer.
And it's
fix-it
so.
box.
Anyway, sorry.
on
a
another,
full drive.
maybe on a TikTok, we'll do tour of the fix-it box.
Yeah,
And
it's
if I've got any footage of like the old style fix-it box, I'll
Please.
put that in.
That's just good.
So, back to it. So I had to carry the fucking fix-it box into the venue. All this shit. So I'm probably like on 7 runs, right? It is... Now I've gone from having 45 minutes, I believe, to about 20 minutes to do this install. I get to the event area and it is filth. There is not been cleaned down yet by the venue. There's crap everywhere. The venue area was maybe 2.5 meters by 3 meters. And we had ordered a backdrop that was gonna be 3.5 meters in width. It was just fucking too big, and I was like, I'm gonna have to condense this baby. So anyway, it looks good, mate. I saw
You wouldn't be able to tell there was any
you
problems.
again. That's what I mean. She walked in. She was like, I love it. And there's a cute comment on here. Thank you for creating such a beautiful space on such a special occasion. Love you, Leash. So yeah, she had no idea, right? But she'd ordered all these things, like even these 3 easels. I was like, girl, where are people gonna stand? The key feature of this backdrop was this big neon light that said happy birthday, and then I did a Decal 21 in behind it. Tell me why there was no fucking power available at the venue.
Oh my god.
Right, so anyway, moving on. We've just now exhausted 25 minutes of our setup time lifting things in from the street. I've now discovered that the main feature of our backdrop doesn't have power to be able to light it up. I said, can I run an extension? I was literally going to be running extension lead across their whole venue. Like, not going to happen. Didn't have time to tape it to the floor. Not a possibility. Good. Later that night, I was already a little bit distressed, okay? Later that night, I go back to pack it up at, I want to say 8:30 in Southbank. And I go back in the venue, and you know how we do it. We go in there and we pack all our stuff down, and then we sort of start doing runs out to the truck at the end, right?
Yeah.
So my van has, and I'm just by myself, so it takes me a lot longer. I've pulled a van up in the street where I was parked earlier in this loading bay zone. However, looks like there's a lot of activity starting to happen around there, and I'm just like, oh, it's a Saturday night, like, fine. No, they were setting up a night market and like a festival parade. Like, I'm talking cars, police, and my van was parked in like, there was like nearly bomb squad police investigating my van. When I come back lumberjacking my arch on my back to get back to the van to pack up, and I'm like, there is just a swarm of people. I couldn't even get to the van because it was like 50 people between me and like the road, and I'm like, what is going on here? And I am like holding this arch backdrop. I'm gonna give you a picture, and I'm like trying to wade through the crowd, and I just see my freaking Brookes party hire magneted up van chilling on the main road in the street parade set up in around all the festival markets, because it's like you're not allowed to park there after that time. Went into panic mode, like, and when I tell you, like, people are like walking through the street, there's no way I could have driven out there. Ended up having to get a police escort and leave at
The magnet on the side of it took you know.
I'd be like,
no.
I did. Of freaking course I did. I took those magnets off in shame. And like, because he's like, just wait in your car. You're going to have to wait till the festival finishes. I'm like, sir, I'm in the festival. What do you mean? I have to sit in here. And he's like, well, it's because police have been coming back and forth and like investigating whose car this is. So at least if you're here and they come up to you or whatever, like we'll let them know what's happening. But I'm like, okay. So me.
actually wait.
How else was I going to get the van out and get home? It was just Saturday night and I had jobs since Sunday. So anyway, this is me in the van for like an hour until the festival finished. Like when shit happens, when shit goes wrong, it's never one thing. Like it's the sign of like, oh my god, okay, look out, because it's about to be one of
They
those
always normally come
setups.
with
Threes minimum, minimum threes, maybe 12s. But that is my worst story. So all in all, not
Police
the worst. Okay. Next question. We're almost finished, guys. Let's wrap it up on some fun ones. Let's finish it off on, just because otherwise you guys are going to be watching like a 45-minute vlog of us just chit chat. But maybe this could be a more regular thing. If you guys like this, smash that like button! Subscribe!
Go once.
Yeah, here it's down the bottom. Sorry. 3 things on your bucket list. Okay, you want to go first?
Okay, my first one would be. Well, it's kind of like my career. I want to become a teacher. I'm at uni at the moment, so like actually go out and do that. That's probably one. Travel the world. Yep. And hopefully one day become a mother.
Cute. Cute.
I want to have a family and be like, how do I explain? Like secure, like not having to worry about like money or like
like financially.
Like
secure,
everything.
secure
Like I want everything to be
grounded.
Yes.
Solid.
I want to travel as well, and my last one, I want to go skydiving.
Absolutely not.
Skydiving.
I'm afraid of heights, but I want to do it.
It's on the bucket list.
Because
it's like a bucket list thing.
I've always wanted to do that. Not bungee. Oh, maybe bungee jumping. No, skydiving. That's it.
No, I couldn't do it all.
I've done both.
Oh.
Ooh, big
Go
guy.
to the sky, yeah.
Yeah, big adrenaline girl. I would like to own and operate an 8-figure business one day. Do you know what 8 figures is?
8 zeros.
Do you know how much that is?
$1 billion.
10 million. In the tens of millions. I would
I
like to.
better be working with
We're here. Yeah, we're for it.
Yeah, I want to travel lots because I haven't. Like, I've just been working for so much of my life. So, same thing. I really just want to go everywhere. Next place is probably going to be USA. I think we're going to do like a 4-week.
Ooh, do it.
Do it.
Go to Disney World. It's lit down there.
100%. It's lit down there.
It's lit down there.
100% I will go to Disney World. We want to do 4 weeks in the USA in April next year. So, full disclosure, that's probably my plan. Is I'm probably going to take the whole of April off again for next year. So, want to book some holidays?
I was actually planning on going to Europe.
Oh wait,
Euro summer.
Oh yeah, you're a summer dude. I'm going to New Zealand then anyway.
Is that April? Because if it is,
Yeah.
you guys can go. If it's not, you fucking can't.
We're trapped.
Of course you can. It actually worked out really well. We 3-way took holidays this year. And
It was
sick.
me.
That was Perth.
Brooke.
Yeah.
Then me.
Then you.
And third one.
Third one. Just keep doing cool shit. Like I said before, I bungee jumped, I skydived. Like I am the type of person that just wants to try everything once. I've done some crazy shit like caving, and caving's like when you crawl on the ground in like little tiny holes.
Oh my god, no.
Claustrophobia
That's so
vibes.
scary.
I will tell you. It's
That's so scary.
But yeah, I'm that type of person. So like I don't want to limit myself to like, I just want to do this, because I feel like I tick cool shit off all the time without sounding like a yay lord. I don't know if you can say that.
Gay Lord.
Without sounding like a loser. I just want to keep doing cool things. So yeah, whatever that looks like. throw it at me. It will probably come partly with the travel. I feel like we've been chit-chatting away for like probably an hour. This is going to be a fun little edit down.
God, we're not doing it. No, I'm joking.
My job.
Brooke.
Yeah.
My job. Alright, cool. Well, signing it off there. And live, laugh, love yous. And we will see you next vlog.
Bye, guys.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Like down below. Pow, 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 pow.
Yeah.